What is up, guys? This is Kobe here, and today I am going to tell you guys how I fund my characters for Maple Union, and usually how much money I spend for the resources and whatnot, and just about everything. So first off, I am on my level 10 striker, aka Thunderbreaker. I just made this character. I'm not really planning on leveling up yet. But I'm just gonna tell you guys the starting gear that I use and what I use to get such a decent range at such a low level. First off, we're just gonna start off with a random knuckle that I scroll using 50% scrolls. Unfortunately, I only got 3 out of 7 for this, so I was pretty unlucky. The first 3 scrolls passed, and then the last 4 failed, which is pretty annoying. So I start off with whatever. They're very cheap 50% scrolls that give me like 3 all stats and then attack between 2 to 5 per pass. But then as far as weapons go, I usually replace the weapon every 50 levels. So at level 10 I use this weapon, at level 50 or 60 I use another weapon, and then at level 110 I use the Zakum weapon, and at level 150 I use a Chaos Rudimus weapon. So let's move on to the other items. So we also have a branch nose, which I usually have a 2% stat branch nose that I keep until about level 110. If this is the face accessory, yeah, it is level 110. I have it, so it's pretty nice to have. And then boots, which will be replaced by boots between level 120 to 150, depending on what boots I feel like I want to buy. There'll be like 6% stat on it and whatnot. I'll show you guys, the gear I have on my Blaze Wizard shortly. And then work gloves, once again, I just use work gloves until I get 6% gloves. And then a hat, which I basically used until CRA, so this is with me for a huge portion of it. Like, I just use the hat unless it's a burning event and I get the black side level 100, or I just chill with it to level 150 and I get the CRA hat. And then there's these top bottoms that I can't equip. I will also keep the top and bottom until level 150 because the weapon is already giving me most of the damage. And then after that, I get an earring. The earring is replaced at level 130 for the boss set earring. I'm going to show you guys, the final product that I have on my blazers and whatnot. And then as far as, I guess, link skills go, I don't have any link skills on this character right now. But I do use the Cannon Shooter link skill, Demon Slayer, Phantom, Luminous, Xenon, Demon Avenger, Zero, Kinesis, Aron, no, that's Evan and Aron, Mercedes, and Angelic Buster. Those are the 12 links that I use for all of my mules. I'm not going to link them yet just because they're all in my Dark Knight and I still need to use them for today. So after that, we do have the Union board. The Union board gives me a really nice stats. Right now it's focused on critical damage and ignore enemy defense. When I do mules, I usually swap the ignore enemy defense for the experience gain, so that's also something that's really nice to have. And plus, I'm getting all of the stats from my Union mules, because if you saw my strength earlier, it's at 473 right now, which is a ton of strength for a level 10 character, especially without links. And I'm getting a lot of it from a lot of flat boost from the Union board, as well as 75 from the Union board as well. Like, okay, these are from the cards, from the characters, and then the 75 is from the Union board, as well as 15 attack, crit damage, and IED, like I said before. And that's basically how I fund my early game characters. I just rock with a newbie set like this until level 100, and then after level 100 I start rocking the boss accessory set. And let me get on my Blaze Wizard and tell you guys what I do for gear progression between level 100 to 150. Here I am on the Blaze Wizard, showing you guys exactly what I get starting from the early levels and whatnot. So at level 100, the first thing I really want to go for is, well, there's no emblem on here, but that is something I really want. The secondary is one thing that I want to get, as well as a level 100 eye accessory. This is level 70 because of the flame. So at level 100, the key pointers are the secondary and the eye accessory for the boss set. At level 110, I get some more things coming through, such as the face accessory for the boss set. I get the ring accessory for the boss set, so that's basically a 3-set effect. And I also get this ring right here, which cannot have a potential on it. It's the Ifia ring from Von Leon. but you cannot put a potential in this ring, but you can Star Force it, which is really good because I always have a set goal for 140 Star Force for all the new characters I'm leveling up. That is because I will be able to efficiently train at Omega Sector once I hit level 170. And also at level 110, this character doesn't have it anymore, but it is a Zakum weapon, which does give, you know, some nice stats as well as 10% boss damage. So that's one nice thing to have. So this is an event ring, by the way, so I don't really get this on all of my characters. At level 120, that's when I usually get I usually get like a Necro. Okay. So level 120 to 150 really depends on, you know, when I feel like getting it, but I get a 6% stat or 9% shoe, glove, and cape. Just whatever one I find that will benefit me the most, or whatever is the cheapest, I'll just go for that. As well as getting the shoulder. This is also level 120, 6% stat. Remember, all the gears that I'm aiming for are 6 to 9% stat, as well as the weapons being magic attack. Like this is magic attack, this is magic attack, and the emblem would also be magic attack or damage if I don't feel like rolling for it. And there's also the pendant, which it would be the Horntail pendant if I did feel like getting it eventually. But at level 110, I might as well just go for the Fia pendant as well. That also drops some Von Leon. Get it to like 6% stat. This is 3% all stats on the flame and 3% INT as the potential. I know I say INT, you know, people usually say int. I don't know why I spell it out, okay? But yeah, anyway, level 130, seems like the only things that really come to mind are the badge that has no potential at all whatsoever. There's no Ghost Ship Exorcist in KMS, so that's something to keep in mind. And after that, we get the earrings. So, you know, we get the boss accessories, earrings, and whatnot. That leaves us at 6, I believe. 6 items for that set. And then level 140, they get the belt. Belt puts us at 7 set, and 7 set is really what I aim for the boss accessory set on my mules. So at level 150, that's when I either have, you know, all 3 of these as well as the complete CRA set. We got the bottom, we got the top, we got the hats, and we got the weapon. So that is basically it as far as gearing goes. I usually use a random medal of choice. This is the level 200 medal. I usually just use a level 100 medal previously, but yeah, I just use that up until level 200. So basically, I'm just gonna summarize it right now how I gear my characters. At level 10, I just Star Force random armor and keep them there for a super long time as I level up. Level 50 to 60, I get a new weapon, and then that's basically all that is for level for the early, you know, first 100 levels. And then after level 100, I get the secondary and the eye accessory. At level 110, I get the face accessory, the pendant, 2 rings, one of them that cannot have a potential on it. I think that's it. Oh yeah, Zakum weapon. That's also something I need to keep in mind. So that's 5 items at level 110. It is, you know, quite neat. At level 120, I get the shoulder. Between 120 to 150, I get the shoes, I get the gloves, or I get the cape. But the main thing on 120 is the shoulder. At level 130, I get the badge and I get the earrings. At level 140, I only get the belt, small thing, but hey, it works out. And at level 150, I get the full CRA set, and by that time, I will have, you know, shoes, gloves, and cape, done as well. And that is it. That is basically how I gear up my mules. I forgot to mention emblem at level 100. That's also something you guys want to keep in mind. But yeah, just, you know, short little disclaimer. This was not a guide on, you know, how to get funded and stuff on GMS, especially since GMS has Gollux and KMS doesn't. So this is definitely not something that you guys should be following. I am making my little funding tip series first, something along the lines of that. But I just wanted to show you guys how I'm funding my uni mules. Things I do aim for. Remember, 6 to 9% stat on my armor, 6 to 9% magic attack on weapons, 140 Star Force bare minimum at level 200. But yeah, by the time I'm at level 200, or at least by the time I'm at level 150, in Union board set up for strength, or set up for the primary stat and attack size, magic attack, whatever I'm using, critical damage on the union board, as well as EXP gain on the union board for leveling up, and that is it. I hope you guys learned a thing or two on how I usually get stronger on my union mules, and if you did enjoy the video, please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, that is if you want to, and I'll be bringing back some more great content to you guys later. Peace out, everybody. And yes, I did forget to mention how much I spend. I apologize. I spend roughly 300 to 400 mil on each character. For KMS mesos to, real money, that translates to $20 to $25 per character. So it is quite expensive. I don't know why I do it, but it's just something that I usually do. And that is it.